Been what a day, man. 100K BTC. I mean, it's insane. 7 or 8 years back, I was seeing these posts when I first bought my first crypto about the 100K BTC, and I was like, people have to be delusional. Like, what the heck? Like, no way. I think first, I didn't buy BTC at all, right? I think I've told the story. The first coin I bought was XRP, Ripple. uh, just purely because I thought that at point one Ripple, I thought like, oh, it can hit $500. I think at the time, I think BTC was around 500. So I was like, okay, I didn't understand market cap and shit. I was in uni. I just was like, okay, it's a point $1 XRP that can do a $500 run. So I bought a bunch of XRP and then a little bit of ETH and stuff. And then like I saw posts back then about like, you know, 10K BTC and 100K BTCs and stuff. Like 100K BTCs even in 2016 when it hadn't even hit like I think 20K or 10K at the time. It was, yeah, my first one was 500. I remember, and now to see it's 100, like so many normie friends DMing on Instagram, like it's crazy. Like it's insane. Like I was sharing some in the in a Telegram group with all the I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna share you guys some of this uh, this Telegram things. Like it's not. This is from Insta, my personal Insta. Like people. I'm sharing some on the chats. Like this. This is why we are probably gonna go higher because like it's crazy. And the most craziest one that I had was a guy asking me, one of my friends in my Insta, asking me about which one is mine. Like I made a story about BTC ETH and like just a screenshot from CMC, and this guy's like, which one is yours? And I'm like, bro, I can fool these guys stating that ETH is mine, and they're gonna be like, how do I buy or whatnot? Yeah, it's insane. And then the XRP, I think most of them are heavy into XRP. That much is clear because one guy was like, bro, is BlackRock gonna buy into XRP? I just bought my first coin. It's not a joke. And another guy sends me, my brother-in-law actually sends me a message. He's like, bro, is it true that XRP is going to go to 100K? Anyways, I've shared some screenshots just for some gags, but yesterday I posted this story and I got like probably 30 DMs or something from Insta. Each one had its, it was list people outside this bubbler. Uh, anyways, so guys, I think thanks a lot for joining today. I think I'm pretty happy with the way Swiper's been going. Of course, it's a pilot. It was just a pilot with CFN and stuff. It's just all trials and stuff. But at the same time, I think Swiper's going to be it's a much bigger app than just like a like a, how do I say? It's not just going to be a like a fantasy app. The main plan, I think, as I explained on the Spaces the other day, is to have other features in it, from trading to leverage and whatnot. Just a simple way to swipe and do everything, right? So yeah, pretty much this is where we are. So today I wanted to also um, you know chat about FlashX. I wanted to do a demo of another product that's going live, powered by Redacted. I think this has been works for a bit, for a while now, and in partnership with like another K300 Ventures, we are looking to go on a close beta. So hope we are after this call. I'm probably gonna. Um, oops, we've not started right. I can't hear. Are you guys able to hear? Everyone's here. All good. Okay.
We can hear you,
Um,
boss.
yeah, all good. So I'm just gonna demonstrate FlashX. In the call today. The main aim is I'm gonna put out the Chrome Store link after the AMA, and I'm gonna open up a channel for you guys to test and share your feedback and stuff before we go full blown and live. As I said, like our target is to target people outside of this bubble or outside this Web3 space for all the products. So we're using Web3 people or group as a pretty much to test if there's any problems and whatnot. So when people get onboarded through abstract and other means that we have prepared, uh, we don't face issues. Like for example, for Swiper on the first day of the launch, we had a few issues in the first hour, but glad to see that we've almost got. I think I don't know how many. Like this was like we didn't pay any do any paid marketing or paid campaigns. We have like close to like I think 600 people or 500 people. I think about like 550 people, 550 individual accounts, deposit. Guys like Cook and few other people were also like trying to, put in, but they were just they wanted to go on like a 10K kind of a bet and whatnot. But anyways, so like there is a little bit of um, like for example, I think there's a little bit of eyes and attention coming from different groups. Anyways, so let me share my screen. I'll jump into FlashX. See, can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yes, okay.
If people can't see, if I think one more person has to probably share, I guess, because there's limit, right, to like 50 people or something. Maybe somebody else to also just if they can share their screen, that'll be great for others to see.
Thank you for calling Medicine Hat.
Let me. Oops. Wait, master. It's the one. All right, cool guys. I'm gonna jump in, but please do, if anyone else can share so that everyone can see, or if someone's not able to see, please do, get them to, share it. But anyways, so what we have, what we are launching is very shortly. I mean, the product is ready. We did a bit of beta test as well. So it's a product called FlashX. It's basically a plugin that just like pretty much just stays in there. So this plugin is basically an all-in-one tool as we have designed it, the way we have designed it. So it's a layer on top of different social layers, including Twitter, Discord, Telegram, deck screener and whatnot, right? So I'm just going to give you guys a very quick demo. So this is pretty much how the UI looks. There's a swap, there's a perp feature, there's wallets, there's vault. There's more, but we have just hidden it for now. We are just kicking off with basic features for starters. We also have just a basic AI thing here. I'll show you what this does. Anyways, so what this product does is, let me show you guys a very quick example of from a bookmark that I had. Okay, you just browsing through your Twitter or any social app, and you see something like this, right? You see a tweet, and it recognizes first thing, it recognizes stickers like Sol. It recognizes stickers like BTC and whatnot. So I'll come back to that later. But the most important part that it does is basically any token that's listed here, or any kind of contract address or whatever is being listed here, you can select how much you want to spend, just buy it on the spot right here on Twitter or this thing itself, on the social app itself. There's also an option to instant buy where you can send money to the wallet. So there's two types of wallets. One is a non-custodial wallet, and then there's a custodial wallet. So if you're transferring funds from your non-custodial wallet it into a custodial wallet, you can pretty much set up your instant buy, and you do not it pretty much is pretty fast. We manage this wallet, and then you pretty much can buy. So there's 19 chains supported, so it auto recognizes from ETH to Sol to Polygon and everything. We are primarily targeting abstract, because the aim is when web2 users or new people come in, it's super easy for them. They don't need to do anything else except just have this plugin, and pretty much instant. You see near token there, you see pal, so whatever, right? Like it's instant. It's just embedded on top of your Twitter itself, and you pretty much can instantly buy. There's few things you can see: trading security. You can see the charts right on the spot. Just a bit of deck screener and whatnot, and and stuff. If you want to see a bigger chart, of course, you can also view that. And Yeah, anyway, so this is one of the things this app does. Secondly, for tokens where the contract address is not given, where there's confusion, right? For example, if there's going to be a coin like, let's say, cat, right? You see a coin like cat come up on your screen or something. There is no contract address mentioned on the screen or the Twitter. So what it allows you to do is when you click buy, it shows you all the cat coins with the highest liquidity or the highest volume one in the top. Simon's cat there, so that's wrap BNB. So you just have to click it. It loads the chart, and you can pretty much just buy or sell on the spot. Your DCA, limit order, copy trade, whatever, right? So pretty much on the spot, allowing people to just buy, sell, trade, whatnot. One of the key things that we've also worked on is the abstraction of all the calls by KOLs. So this is work under progress, but I can show you a very quick example of what it does. So for example, let me search for a coin called Chill Guy here, or whatever, Chill Guy, right? For instance, like that was one of the ones that was going pretty hot. So when I click Chill Guy, in the mentions, it shows all the influencers or Twitter personalities that have spoken about Chill Guy. So when I click Ash Robin, for example, it takes me to the tweet where Ash Robin has spoken about Chill Guy. Okay, just to verify, for example, right? Like just to show who's the one who's picked it up first, who are just laughing or who are like this thing. So this average ROI and win rate is a work under progress, just to show the ones with the highest, because there is a bunch of guys on Twitter who are real gems, but they are they're getting missed out, and people follow all the shillfluencers with terrible records, and they delete their tweets and whatnot. So here we pretty much have these things covered. So who all have tweeted about Chill Guy at what time, whether it's a positive, negative tweet and stuff like that. So any coin, right? So for example, if you go to like a coin like Casey, that was another coin that was pretty hot. So Casey here, for instance, you click mentions, you can see who all have called. Like Kenny Powers is a PG holder, NFT Cheeses. You can see Casey Montero. He spoke about Casey as well on his tweet. So, anyways, I'll just take a pause here first. Um, any specific questions? All right. So I'll jump to the next bit. Um, so one of the other things that we wanted to add in was, most of the people are lazy. When it comes, when you see something and you want to buy, but you're just lazy because you don't want to just copy the contracts and stuff. That was one of the main reasons this thing was even developed. It can coexist with other dApps that you guys anyways use, because it's just going to be sitting there, and you can use your other trading apps or whatever that you guys are anyways using. But this is just a layer to make it like super easy, and like just for instant buys without having to go and like you know copy and like go and check on, let's say, like deck screener and whatnot. One more thing that this has is perps, powered by Orderly. So basically, you can do long shots right here on the spot, with like up to a 50x leverage to about like 70 plus coins. Act, ENA, say, Bonk, whatever, like bunch of the top coins that's being traded. Very comparable funding rates, powered by Orderly, one of the biggest on-chain liquidity thing. So if you're following someone like Rookie XBT or anybody who's putting up setups, whether it's in Telegram, Discord, or wherever, you can long and short right on the spot, as in when you see a call or something. So you have your amounts loaded up, and you pretty much can, I don't have any balance here at this stage, but pretty much you can put your TP and stop loss, and you can pretty much leverage trade right from the social app. So one thing I'll show you, I'll just demonstrate how it also works in other websites. So when you go to Deck Screener, for example, right? I hope Deck Screener loads up. Okay, so oops. I think oh yeah, Deck Screener. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so in Deck Screener, we are in Deck Screener now. It's recognize Kobe. I'll just show you what it does. So let's say I'm going to a separate coin called Doug or any random coin, Eric, for example. It instantly recognizes Eric, and you can just buy from here itself. Like pretty much like if you see BTC guy, you click BTC guy, it's recognized BTC guy, and you pretty much can buy before it even pretty much loads up on Dex Screener. We have turned off it for everything else for now because we just want to first test between Dex Screener and this thing because a lot of them are using Dex Screener at this stage for a bunch of things and also of course social dApps. Just one second. Yeah. So for now, we have turned off other things, but it works very well for Deck Screener, and it also works very well on Twitter for a bunch of things. Just from a normie perspective, few other things that we have done is this bot, pretty much focused on technical analysis and for tokens. For example, I'm going to be like, what's the TA on Bonk, for example, right? Like, so it's pretty much, it's basically fully designed primarily for token trading, right? Like just with purely like normies in mind, or even for people who want to learn, leverage and whatnot, right? For example, for Bonk, it throws the current price, the volume, RSIs, and whatnot. And now, if you ask a question like, is it wise to long Bonk now? If so, what's the best take profit, okay, or stop loss? Okay, for instance, so it does not give you financial advice, of course, but it explains to you how usually at what for the current calculations or current numbers, what value you set your take profit levels roughly, what kind of you might take, it just gives you different setups. Is it a good time? Is it a good time to long ETH based on technicals or whatever? Like just is it a good time to long ETH? Whatever. So this one is basically, as I said, the aim is covering covering through YouTubers and TikTok and Insta. So where if you see something on TikTok, you see something on Insta or on Twitter or whatever, for it to like just pretty much allow you to buy. Like anyways, I'll just take a pause here. I think there's pretty much like I pretty much put out this thing. Does Flash? Holy shit! ETH is at, I think ETH is at 3,900. I think it crossed. Anyways, will there be an option to create add more wallets? Yes, of course. Is a 50 plus to 100 plus wallets that can be added. Of course, what chains can we buy on? Currently 19 chains: ETH, BNB. Blast, Linea. We are adding Abstract because we are primarily targeting some of the big user base that we. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm a big believer in Abstract. That's why most of the products we are pushing through Abstract with the support from Luca and the team. So FlashX is also going to be supported on Abstract. So we are expecting a bit of user base coming in there. At this stage, no other trading platform of any scale is going to Abstract at this moment. Maybe they might, but at this stage for us, our target with FlashX is not to be competing in this just the bot space alone, but it's to
Hello.
kind of like make it
What's me
easy
na?
for
You want me or
oops.
long phones?
Yeah, good. Okay. Okay. Does Flash works on mobile? Yes, there is a mobile version. It's a bit different because in mobile you cannot. Um, is the sound coming? Okay. Wait, who's this? Who's the person? Actually, I can't find. Uh,
I think it's Monsieur Rabbit. M, starting with
no,
M.
no, no,
Right there.
he was the one.
Middle.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. So all good. So yeah, that's pretty much one of the things. There's few more things, but we don't want to overcomplicate. There's bunch of features that's already been done, but one at a time. So we're starting with swap perps and this basic vault feature, and followed by instant buys and copy trades and whatnot. So what we want to do is, I'm going to open up a channel. I want you guys to just test it for the next 2-3 days or whatnot. If you find any problems, you find any errors and stuff, would love any kind of feedback. Before we go live, we are targeting to go live by December 17th for the public. So this is pretty much one of the things that we are pretty, how do I say, like, pretty excited about, because I think like a lot of them, anyways, let's see, right? It's a different kind of a sector we're tapping in, with a different kind of group that we are focusing on, with a bunch of YouTubers and TikTokers lined up. So hopefully, there's a different set of audience that we can bring in. Any specific questions?
Hey, Sean, it's Lenny here. I have a question. It's a little bit more
Yeah,
on
go.
the sustainability of these products. So, how is
Mhm.
this product going to live? Like, are you planning on having fees? And as a Gojira holder, like, do we have any benefits over like normal users?
Yeah. So, like, this benefit part is where the real this thing is, right? Like, how do I put it? All the products that can generate revenue, okay, imagine that comes into a pot, and our pot that we are focusing on is redacted, right? Everything, like, why are people buying hype token? What is the use case of hype token? Like, why do you guys think people buy hype token? Is because they believe that you stake hype token and you're gonna get like a portion of the platform's this thing, and an amazing product that makes sense, for where it's generating revenue. People buy hype token, it's making x million dollars or whatever in volume. The benefits go back to the token holders. So similarly for us, I don't know how to put it without like without just it being legally also this thing, right? Our entire salaries and our pay and everything is going to be redacted token, right? So that's going to be our aim, right? Meaning we are not going to operate with USD. After a point, it's going to be redacted tokens, meaning every single fees and every single product fees that we have our share of equity or rev share with different products, it is going to be converted, or it's going to come in redacted coin. Okay, does it make sense? Like, if we have to get paid $10 million as our rev share from a platform, we get it paid as redacted coin. I can't say. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been told not to say buybacks. I'm not sure. I don't want to get into that. So I don't have to buy back. I can get the products that we are building to, with our stake, whatever our percentage of stake, and because all these products are in partnership with another team, right? If our share is 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50% with varying products, our share of those products, we would get that in redacted tokens. And each of these products potentially also, I mean, they also have their own tokens, right? So they would have their own tokens, they would have their own ecosystem running, and they would have it in their own system. So in a way, you can imagine this as a dual token benefit, essentially for people that use any of these products. Primarily is that one is definitely we are going to give redacted tokens, and two, as you use the platform, you also get flashx tokens as such, right? So what are the benefits for Jirasan as such? Jirasan holders are going to get redacted tokens as a drip. It's not just the initial 10%. It's actually whatever if our products are successful, we get more redacted tokens out of the market. That's going to come back to Jirasan and redacted stakers. So I thought this was straightforward, but I saw quite a bunch of people just keep asking the same question on how is it going to benefit the ecosystem if there's a successful product, right? If we have some stake in Bullex and the revenue from that, we are not going to take it as profits as founders. Okay, that much I can tell you, right? It's not like, okay, Bullex pays me $5 million. It's not like I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to take it to my bank balance, or if FlashX is going to pay us like whatever percentage, it's not going into my bank balance. A percentage is going to go into our treasury for further developments, and a percentage goes to further develop the app and distribute as platform rewards. Does it make sense? That's number one. And number two is, yes, there is fees. There's a 0.85% fees for all the trades, pretty much in line with the standard. I think most of the platforms are at like 1% to 0.9% roughly. So it's at 0.85%. And there's, of course, referrals and stuff. So as you you get more people on, there's referrals anywhere from like 20% up to 35%, depending on, and even it can go up to 50% as well, depending on how much volume is being generated. So one real thing that we can expect from our holders as support is as similar to Swiper. If you guys are using another, any other trading platforms and stuff, that's fine. But at the same time, having FlashX as as another product right there and testing and giving us the feedback, and also utilizing it as your, say, primary platform at least for a week or two minimum, to give us as much as valuable feedback as possible, is pretty much the most important and helpful thing for us at this stage. So that, and regarding TGE, before someone comes at it, we are pretty much, I think I told in the last AMA as well, we are 99% looking at launching by Jan, with all our things set up and everything. So we feel we are ready by now to just jump in and pretty much launch. So the exact dates and stuff we'll announce, but please do understand that we are not holding back because we want to. We are holding back because of few other things that's a little bit out of our control. Uh, it's not just the trading fees, and I mean, it's not the exchange fees and things like that. It's a negotiation with respect to the amount of tokens that the exchanges are requesting instead of just USDT, right? USDT payments, we have the money to pay, but some of the exchanges, the requests for tokens can go crazy. You guys might have heard about it. If we give away those tokens, and see, DEX only launch has its own pros and cons, but it can be potentially backfiring. So if we want to bypass all that, I don't know if we are just pay them 2 million. I'm ready, man. Get me the connect. If they ask for no tokens, I'll even pay like 5 mil right now for the main exchange, or even 10 mil if they don't ask for any tokens, and if they are ready to take the 10 mil, right? But the tokens, they know is where the money is. If it gets listed on a tier one exchange, and even 1% of the token can be $10 million. So if someone gets like 5% of the tokens, you can imagine what the value is, right? So that's the trade-off. That's one thing. And second thing is also, even the tier 1.5 exchanges are they have their, it's like it's the space where we are in now. They have their own demands and stuff. So just give us that breathing space to this thing, because more than you guys, we want the TG out. Like, we are also exhausted building and this thing, and we need that attention, and we need the TG, and there's no better market than now. So I think 99% we will be ready to push it. But like, please do understand that we are not holding back because we want to. We're not gaining anything. We want to get it over with, but we want to do it as much as in as right way as possible, for putting it the right way. If it doesn't work, okay, at least we do what's the second best option. But if it works, it's best for everybody. With respect to tier one exchanges, I would say tier one is usually Binance and Coinbase. I think probably are the only tier ones, or I would say just Binance is usually the tier one. Tier 1.5s are possibly like Bybit and KuCoin, right? Like tier 1.5 is OKX, Bybit, and KuCoin. Tier one, in my opinion, I think is just Binance. Coinbase also is not that. It hasn't done that well for a lot of launches, like lots. I don't know if you know tokens like block lots and stuff like that. Bybit's doing pretty well. The last 4 Bybit launches have been pretty solid. I think Grass, Supra, they do. The last 2 or 3, Bybit has been pretty good. So I think I would put Bybit probably at 1.5. Mexi, Gate, yeah, probably T3. KuCoin, as I think if you say it's T3, you got to see the fees they ask. KuCoin considers it's kind of like considered much higher than that in terms of fees, at least. I don't know about the listing and stuff, but at least in terms of fees, it's a lot higher. I don't want to talk too much about exchanges, guys, because I don't know what's getting leaked and who's posting stuff on Twitter. And first thing I request things not to go out of this Discord. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, but it can screw us, right? Last time, I think I should have probably warned. I think a couple of them posting something on Twitter about like finance and stuff itself, like raise some flags. So please do not tweet anything. It's I'm being transparent, just like you guys. This is the first time we are launching a coin on an exchange, so we are going through a bunch of things with market makers and things like that to ensure at least you guys don't come back and tell like team is dumping. Right? That much I can promise. Right? It's going to be transparent. We're not going to be doing any team dumps. We're not going to give market makers access to our tokens and things like that. That much I can guarantee, as I promised already. But from an exchange perspective, let's not talk too much into that. Till we announce it. That's one request I have. Um, these exchanges seem grifty for the whole industry. I mean, if you call the exchanges grifty, then same thing with pump fund. It's the biggest grift in that sense. Like, I think it is what it is, right? Supply and demand. At the end of the day, right? Like, yeah. Can we just go the DEX route? There are pros and cons, as I mentioned. We were even discussing that option. It's not entirely ruled out. We thought of giving 100% unlock, for investors and the community and whatnot, and get like a majority of the tokens out while having some tokens for dripping for like 24, 36 months for ecosystem. There could be, it can backfire. Like if you saw Average Saga, for instance, I know, like, I know it's like very different. It's not the same, and it's not like, they screwed up a few things, but like it can backfire, right? It can backfire. And in a bull market like this, I don't know if a DEX only route is the best option. So we are still considering, but like with normies and stuff coming in, definitely I think a decent sex would help. Um, any other questions, guys? Do you have any lessons learned? Hype, I think, brought the belief in good products. Like I would rate like FlashX as one of the best products to come. I would say in this market. I know whenever we drop a product, like people first, it's always late catch up, right? Like people always like Hyperliquid, Gully, and Ono. Um, in our Discord, we're talking about it for a year. Like how many people faded it? Even Bullets, I was the first one to drop the code on Twitter. Nobody bothered, but now people want Bullets Neo code. There's 100 DMs for that, asking for Neo code and whatnot, right? People always come. It's most of them don't identify a solid product early on. They want to come in later. Hyperliquid, for $100 trade in February, if you go and search even the Discord messages, it was spoken about many times in Telegram, in Discord, and even if you had been following Gully or Ono and people like that, they've been chatting about Hyperliquid for ages. So what I'm trying to say is, what we learned is good products prevail, right? Good products prevail for sure. And no matter what, I think if the products speak for itself, the community is formed, right? It took Hyperliquid like 3 to 4 days to jump from a $2 billion to like $13 billion, and all these tokens were available in whale market for $2.5 and stuff. Nobody bothered. Suddenly the token looks attractive after it goes to 5, 6, or 7 billion, because it is a revenue generating product, right? So what hype taught us is that you don't need hype. You just need a good product, good community to support the product. The rest of the things fall in place. Got some newbies here that downloaded crypto app. Anything new on Jirako and onboarding to Jirasama? I think we keep talking about products, coins. What about NFTs? Because I think NFTs. There is a community formed, and what new can you do to a community than having this kind of a close community, and explaining what's happening and giving the first access, giving benefits from the products to the NFT holders, right? Like what else can we expect from an NFT set? NFTs are access, as I always say, and for just holding NFT, we are giving or bringing back benefits from all the products and platform. Bringing. Wait, once again, I'm reading from NFT side, we are trying to bring back the benefits back to the holders for just trying and helping us in wherever we can, wherever they can, and bringing the benefits back to those holders in whatever way we can with our products. If without products, there's no treasury. Without treasury, there is no benefits. Like what benefits can you give? There's hundreds of NFTs and hundreds of communities now. We have to differentiate ourselves, right? There's a community. Some of them are lucky, right? If you look at M1st, community is formed on its own. Nobody's expecting anything, and it's got a higher floor than us. It's crazy, right? And then there are communities focused on IP. People believe the IP is going to be multi-billion dollars, and it runs on its own. We are taking a different path. We are taking down the path of products, right? So it will be different. I know there was a big cult. I mean, someone's talking about D-gods. Of course, there was a big cult that was created by D-gods, but I mean, we like somebody even told me maybe you should look at that kind of a model and stuff. I think kudos to Frank for what he's doing. Like basically ignoring all the haters and just doing what he does, trading, making money for himself while his community is also following it and stuff. It's turned into a trading group, then an NFT collection at this stage, and he's adapted, right? For us, we are focused on products because us as a team, we get our satisfaction only when we push out a good product out to communities, right? Like when users use products, and when people, it's so many people are always ready to give negatives and very few people appreciate. I'm really grateful for all the guys who brought up like constructive criticisms and also the positive things about Swiper. We most of them keep asking when TGE and when this thing and that thing, but how many people actually made a tweet about Swiper? It's our own product we launched. Of them actually tweeted, whether it's good or bad, whether you participate or not. This is where the community has to step up as well, right? If 80 people here, right here, if all of us tweet at once about like a product like Swiper or FlashX or whatnot, of course the space is going to turn and look into it, right? If there's only going to be an expectation of one way, like team keep delivering, we just buy and hold and stuff, that's fine. That there's a support there, but the social support, that's what's going to benefit us. And I've brought this out many times. There's a bunch of you that's been doing it, and I really am grateful, for all the support. But community brings the, makes or breaks, a product, or makes or breaks a team, right? So even the FlashX thing right now, um, like just whatever you felt about the product, if you guys are going to share and tag and like make a tweet, and at once the space, we painted the space red. When the NFTs were dying and dead, we painted the space red. Everyone was looking at us, right? It's not only a single man job. It's not just me, right? Like this was the whole community coming together, tweeting left and right, and people started looking at it. And I want community to trust that, okay, we are focusing on things that's important, creating products, creating revenue, so that we can bring better benefits and better opportunities to the holders. While here and there for the holders to just, they don't need to blindly shill. It can be a pros and cons. It can be it can be like, for example, a Swiper analysis. What I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. Doesn't matter, right? I'm not just telling bull posts mindlessly. We don't have to be a group like that. But the least someone can do is, you don't even need to put the 0.25 solve, right? You could have just downloaded or added, tested it without putting the money in. You swipe, test, whatnot. Just posting. Okay, I tested Swiper. This is what I liked about it. This is what I didn't like about it. This is what I'd like to see next. Same thing with FlashX. After we posted, all these people, all of you test for like 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes. If all of you are going to test after I post the link, it's going to help FlashX immensely to improvise or add some features and whatnot, right? And if that product catches fire, we're all going to benefit. So yeah, that's pretty much just my thoughts on that. It's just a bit sad that we seem like we lost momentum after the flight and red wave. Again, Relic, I'm coming back to this. Hype cycles without substance is not going to work, right? It's not going to work. When again, I'm coming back to hyperliquid. Why didn't people buy hyperliquid at $2 when it was available everywhere in the pre-markets and whale markets, and like 4 days later, people buying at a 10 or $11 billion? Pumping or jumping the store, a 2 or a 3 or a 4x can happen overnight with just one thing that's clicking and doing really well. Like if you just announce the TGE date first thing, I think there's going to be a pump, right? And then we announce that okay, we are doing this and that and whatnot, or we announce the exchanges. There's going to be a bit more pump, but without substance, a pump without substance is not going to last, and we stick by it. And this is where I think there's only two ways, right? Either people trust that okay, we have to go down the product route and the products have to be successful, and we help the team test wherever we can, with or without spending money. For FlashX, you don't need to spend money. You put $10, you test, you share your feedback publicly on Twitter. Your circle is going to look at it. They follow FlashX, and if they can start using the product if they like it. And you guys, if you think it's going to benefit you with your trading experience or what you guys are going through, perfect, right? It works. It suits your needs. So yes, maybe the hype and momentum died down after the flight, but I like the flight's entire concept was new, and a lot of people knew about it. Right now, the way I introduce, PG or redacted is like through the flight, and everybody knows about it. Even Ansem or BitBoy, they might not know Jirasan, but when you go and introduce, oh, we are the guys who did the crypto flight, people recognize that, right? They know that part is definitely, I feel, is pretty important. Right. Any other specific question, guys? I'm going to post the link to the Chrome store pretty immediate. I mean, pretty soon after the this thing. Any specific questions or something on on Ashix? Getting hype back is easy. Having value to back it up, the hype is the difficult part. Thanks for understanding. I mean, I think actions have to prove it at the end of the day. That's it. There's nothing much to say on that part. I'm a big believer that it's a matter of time for us to find that 6,000 or 7,000 people that resonate with what we are doing. Right? It's the amount of people, the sheer amount of people. Like how many people are there in the spaces right now? Right? Like what's the count? Wait, I can't see it from my this thing. 200? No, I mean I can't see it. Can somebody? I don't know. I think it's because of my.
I think 95, Sean.
Okay, so 95. So how many communities even now? There are 95 people turning up, right? This is where I see that we have that strength and we have that potential, to quickly turn things around. And I'm a big, as I said, the only thing that resonates, you can stay in you're going to stay in Jirasan only if this idea of products resonate with you, right? I'm not asking people to sweep 10s and 20s or whatnot. At the very least, I think, having one or two is the minimum to just be a part of something where it's not just hype or a bubble without substance. People or projects that had like 100x more funds than us have evaporated, and they're wiped out, right? So for us, I'm not just trying to compare all the this thing. Pudgy Penguins have set a standard, and we want to hit that. That's our goal, right? Every project's goal is to follow the best. I would even say more than Basie, Pudgy Penguins is the one that I'm really following, right? And from a community side, I would say Creeps, right? Like I know Pudgies also have their own this thing, but from a business standpoint, I would pick Pudgies. From a community standpoint, I would choose Creeps. I don't know what they did or what it is. The kind of bond that these guys had, whether before Portal or after Portal, is something. It's not because of the founders alone. It is the community, right? It is the community. I know a lot of creeps had joined us and stuff, but I'm really jealous of that community as such, right? It's not like Joe and Dom are like 24/7 on Twitter or on Spaces and whatnot. The trust, behind the team, and that it's building a brand, it's building a business, it's going towards a sustainable revenue model. I think a majority of the holders have accepted it, right? I think that part is very important. Like if FlashX tomorrow. It's not if, right? We are going to make sure that it pops off, right? Like we are going to bring in a big, like, audience. We are sitting in a bubble with few thousand people in Web3 alone, trying to do the same things again and again. We are going to bring in a bunch of people for FlashX from outside the space, from outside the bubble, the NFT bubble. Like, as I said, targeting YouTubers. We are also working with some creators and stuff like that. It's not if, it's when the flash thing pops up in the next few weeks. Again, there is going to be a little more, it's going to be a snowball effect, right? People use the product, it's the word spreads, and the product makes fees. It comes back as rev share, with just like Bullets and Photon and whatnot, and then the product's going to be like everyone's going to hit up for a code and whatnot, right? So the best thing I can say at this stage is, well, I'm gonna, again, like, there's no specific access and all. Please do not share the link outside. I'm just gonna post the link to FlashX in our Discord. Please do give it a shot. Try it. Share your feedback. Be early for this, and whatever rewards you're gonna reap, that's after that. Okay, guys. Any other specific questions? I think Creeps community alive and kicking because of clear communications and being met. Keeps the punters happy and the art is fun. I don't necessarily agree because I know a bunch of them also kept talking about, creeps not, not, there's a little bit of miscommunication or communication not being there and stuff. I've spoken to like biggest of the biggest creeps whales, but I do know that the team comes in, steps in, and they do talk about it. And like when the time is right, they step in and they do give this thing. But I think they've cultivated the thing about. I think they've cultivated an investor mindset, right? More than a flipping mindset, right? Like, because I don't think creeps guys are looking to be like, okay, let's hit 4 ETH and exit at 4 ETH kind of a mindset. I think we will also reach there. We were there at one point, similar at that similar kind of a mindset, but a lot of, I'm like, of course, I'm not saying we were perfect. A lot of, mistakes, as in like, not because we got lazy or anything. We just didn't want to come out and talk to the community till we had something solid and something of substance. But I think it comes down to cultivation, how you cultivate the community. Like we at one point, from a point 1 ETH flow, we went up to 7 ETH for Gen 2s, right? Like similarly, creeps also, they went to 11 ETH or something like that. So it's happened before. And then even 2 months back with the Jirasan, there was a bunch of hype thing going on. So I think it's just, it's both ways, right? It's both ways. We have to accept where we can improve the communication and come forward. Like this bi-weekly AMA, for example, this was not happening until like 2 weeks back, and now we're kicking it off and we're coming back. We're making sure that this does not stop. We come, any questions we answer transparently. That's the least we can do. Put out the things. One thing, as I said, you know um one thing I can say is that we're going to be in the space longer than most projects, right? Like, hit or miss, we need 2 or 3 more solid products that's going to hit the market, and that's all it takes, right? And then our vision of trying to be the Y Combinator of the space is going to be fulfilled. And building these amazing alliances, like, hey, like, for example, let me share something with you guys, right? The team behind FlashX, right? They are one of the most influential groups in Vietnam, with thousands and thousands of users in Southeast Asia, right? And they have their own VC firm. They have like pretty much like pretty good funding in the back and stuff like that. So it's not built by some random team and stuff like that, right? It's a proper dev studio with like a bunch of devs working on it and things like that. So like, these are the products that we want to bring to the space, like products built by proper teams. And if it clicks, it's going to click hard. And that's what happened, like with all the products that have clicked so far in the space. Creeps, they understood very early that the value of the creeps ecosystem highly depends on holders actions. 100%. So I think, I'm just opening the stage. If don't there's not going to be any anything that's going to be taken as offense. I'm not going to talk about exchanges, guys. I'm done with it. Like I've told many times, more than 100 times. multiple spaces and multiple these things. We cannot keep talking about exchanges. I've just told that mostly we are launching in Jan, and I'll announce a date. But other than that, please no exchange talks, just for safety of all of us. Right, one bad tweet from anybody from the group can screw it for everybody. Right, like it's happened before. It's happened for a bunch of products. So it's for the same any exchange they don't like to be because people start building expectations and they don't like that that someone's buying into this because of that expectation. So, but yeah, Jan looks primed for us, and I'll keep you guys posted on what's happening. And I just told that we just negotiating certain aspects of the listings, but let's leave it there. Let's please launch before Jan 20, before Trump inauguration in case. Yeah, the point taken, man. Before Trump inauguration for sure. Yeah, but please do open up. So are you guys I think I'll start. Daniel, you there? Yeah, are we good to post the FlashX link? I'm not sure if Daniel can hear me. Let me just ask them once again. These guys are asking questions that's gonna get me in trouble. I'm ignoring that question. Does PG Group have a one-stop shop for information? Need to catch up. That's the entire thing about dashboard. I think that's an Amrish question. Amrish, if he's here, I don't think so. Maybe he was here for a while. I think he's probably gone. Yeah, so that's the aim with the dashboard. The whole this thing. I'm not sure if you saw the dashboard as such. There's data room, of course, but the dashboard will have all the details and the products. Redacted's goal is to be like this one ecosystem. Call it the anti-layer layer loyalty platform, where you use a series of products under us, and it's one single loyalty governing it. Right? You want to go you want to gamble, you go to Gambler, right? You get points. You want to trade, you go for FlashX. If you want to whatever, Flip Meme is coming up as well, and a bunch of these products are coming up. So the more the products that you're using in the ecosystem, the more the loyalty is what Redacted is going to be. So that is also going to have all the products listed on there. A Swiper, are we going to go into streaming? Potential for additional revenue for ad placement. Stream the fight so that people who bet on it can watch the excitement. We can place advertisement banners. My question is answered. Have a video. I think yes, but I think it's too early for that. I think it's too early for that. It's just a pilot at this stage. Don't want the app to be too heavy. But once we have a decent user base, like few thousand people coming in, definitely. Um, any other question, guys? Is there a down the line any chance of a Jirasan anime or episodes? Good that this question came up. I'm going to bring up the founder of Mugafi, right, in our next Discord AMA. There's going to be some really interesting stuff we've been planning, and Mugafi is also going to be part of Redacted. It's an active Web2 business as well. So I think it's very interesting, very different, and what they're going to bring into the Web3 space. Solid connections with some major production houses, production studios, streaming platforms, and stuff. And they want to come into Web3 to try a few things with few of the NFT collections, and of course Jirasan is going to be one of the main ones we're going to test it with. So you can ask some bunch of questions. Very very interesting. You can read about Mugafi as well. You can see what they have done. It's an active revenue generating business in Web2. So yeah. Who did I bet on? So I've created my own Swiper team. I've actually created three teams in Swiper, right? So with three different accounts actually. So each I've just hedged my options. So I've hedged my options with three different things. So in two of the three, I've chosen BitBoy to win. But never know, man. I don't like honestly. I have no idea. This thing is multi-account allowed? I mean, technically yes. Like because it's email, right? We wanted to keep it one per account just for pilot, but technically people can create like two or three email accounts, and it is their choice, right? Like it's not like there's no way to find out, and there's nothing wrong. It's all the odds are the same, and the participation is all the same, so it's nothing. We don't have anything against it. So yeah, I mean, like I'm not encouraging it, but I don't see any problem with people having two or three or whatever accounts, and like to point it's limited to point 0.5 sol per account. That's it. But other than that, like if you want multiple combinations, this is what it is. Will there be a problem with? No. So will there be a problem with referrals? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because the leaderboard ranking is not going to be based on the points, not based on the referral points. I think we fully understood that, and even for FlashX, I think we are going to work on that part, right? The referrals that are actually having any volume, yes, with rev shares and points and whatnot. Just because, keep in mind, multi-farm was done for exchanges. Like multi-farm was done for exchanges. Whether you guys like it or not, a lot of exchanges want those numbers, right? It's primarily for Web2 users. When they look at it, they see 250K followers or 100K followers and whatnot. We don't bot it. Of course, people do bot multi-farm, like, because to create multiple accounts and stuff. So learning from that, for a Swiper, the leaderboard ranking is purely based on two things. I mean, actually, one thing. There's two separate leaderboards. There's a referral leaderboard, and then there is a like the participation leaderboard. The participation leaderboard is purely based on your points that you earn for the correct answers. All right. And the referral leaderboard is going to be based on how many referrers actually that you brought in actually participated, right? So it's not just even if you bring 1,000 people in and only one person is deposited and participates, only 1 point will be taken into consideration. So if that makes sense. Could you touch on Swiper versus Maxis? I think very different. We are looking to merge the platform. Yes, that's one thing. But Swiper is not going to be a gambling casino, right? It's fantasy. It's going to be for trading. Okay, let me share something with you guys, right? I'm going to share something that I didn't plan to share, but let me just show you guys something, right? Just what Swiper is going to look like, right? I just posted I think very few people have seen this. Don't share it outside yet, right? Just for just the guys in the AMA. So let me show you the mode of Swiper, how one of the modes are going to look like on the chat. All right, so I've shared here, right? Like I've shared here, like a screenshot of from the app of the trading meme coin section. Simple, super easy to use, even for pro traders or even for basic traders or whatnot. This is completely for different audience, right? Like, FlashX is for an audience. This is purely for an audience where it's an on the go, right? Just you wanna put like 0.1 sol, swipe, buy something and stuff on the go with your mobile. I'm even I was talking with Henry before, bringing FlashX itself inside Swiper for the mobile side, where the whole trades and stuff could, this thing. Yeah, it's already being tested in beta. It's being built by one of the OG Solana teams, come along with Maxi's team. It can go really viral, real quick. 0.01 sol, 0.1 sol, whatever per swipe, and you swipe right, it buys, swipe left, it skips, stuff like that. Pretty simple. No, it's not a prediction app. It is actual trading. like actual. You buy the coins, like instantly, right? You just on the go. You just buy something and search for it. You can set filters. You can set your own filters, or you can use the existing filters. For example, you just set a filter like this. Like let me share everything, right? So you can set a filter like this. On your for or you can use predefined filters as such, right? So I don't want to go too much into it. I think the surprise will be when you guys test it. So let's go one step at a time, right? You guys first start FlashX. That's pretty much the main, the thing. This swiper is, as I said, is a Nomi app. The Nomi app, it's we are having an entirely different audience that's going to be there. So imagine like some 100 TikTok videos where these influencers are just going to be like, hey, I swipe right, I buy this, I swipe left, I skip this, kind of a thing. It is not necessarily for the Web3 audience. FlashX is like more like a Web3 audience, and for people coming in from abstract, for them to move in. The whole swiper thing is focused on people outside. I think we have to go out of this bubble, right? Like if you want something major, I think we have to go out of the current bubble that we are in. I'm not talking about just some random Web2 people. I'm talking about people who are coming into crypto, and still like new to it and stuff. They have no idea what's a Bullex, or and stuff like that, right? It's mainly people who kind of like have been in the space for a while. The swiper's main aim is to, if you want to get your friends onboarded, and if they want to copy trade you or follow you and stuff, they can just swipe right and buy it. Yeah, pretty much. FlashX is for degens, and swipers for newbies, normies, or even for Mugafis for boomers. Yes. Anyways, um, all right. Anything else, guys? After buying, how do people? Oops, someone is someone actually snoring? After buying, how do people sell? Okay. It's of course, man. We're not gonna create an app where you can only buy and not sell. That'll be pretty cool, actually. Just keep buying and not sell. Yeah. So of course, this is how you sell. That's when Dubai. I'm actually coming to Dubai this Sunday. Of course, limit sell orders and stuff. It's all. I think it's a no brainer. Like, don't worry. I think we have the FlashX guys as well, like super experienced. I think we will be integrating a bunch of things on the app side of things as well. So there's more things coming up. But yeah, I think let's I think right now the real help and deal that for us, that will be um, swipe a point for redacted coin. Yes, that's right. Not just redacted coin. It's for a bunch of things. But yeah, we are also going on abstract. So swiper is launching on abstract. Can you shill Supra for 10 seconds? So I'm glad Supra actually did well, because that was one of the earliest investments from PG Cap. I know a lot of investments have let us down for everybody, right? Like the whole thing collapsed, but Supra, I think, like a decent 5 or 6x, and we had size. Like a lot of people went in with 10K, 20K, 30K and stuff. So for it to do 6x and ever growing, right? It's pumping. It's not done. It's going, and I still hold my Supra. If Link is gonna go higher and higher, I think it's a no-brainer for Supra to go higher, right? Can you talk about BipTap a bit? It's more of redacted stuff, but I think one thing I've got an offer is, if there is enough interest, if you guys are keen for BipTap, you want to have your own Jirasan BipTap card. I think we want to do that, like a custom card. If there's enough interest for people, I think that's a no-brainer. I think BipTap is a very solid product, and Like I think a lot of people are coming as copycats as always, but I mean, I'm gonna bring I think if enough of you guys are interested, definitely we are gonna do this thing. Is the product Dreamer still coming? Yeah. Man, there's too many products to talk about. Like Dreamer is literally coming as a beta test this month as well, so it's already in beta test. Is it kind of similar with MemePay? Maybe yes, not exactly, because BitTap has a bank attached to it, so you guys can read about it, right? It has a bank, right? That you literally can move your funds from this thing to the bank. Like it's not exactly like meme pay, but it's a little more advanced in that sense, a little more advanced than most other products out there. So I think you guys can just test it out, right? You can just try and get this free virtual card. I've sent the website link here. There's a free virtual card. You can just top up and start using it already. For the physical card, I think we can work out a custom Jirasan card for sure. What do you mean there's a bank? What I mean by there's a bank is for every account that you create with BipTap, you have an offshore bank account created along with it in Laos, right? It's a country called Laos, super open, like jurisdiction, right? Like, yeah, so that's how they've created this. So for people, there's also an interest payment and stuff for the funds. So basically, you can have your crypto, you can move to the bank, you can move out of the bank, you can do bank transfers and whatnot. I'll probably see. I think I'll bring the founders one by one as well. Like all the products that's under the redacted ecosystem. I think founders one by one to come and have a chat with you guys. I think that's something we have to do. Like if there's again, like the thing is, I think we we need people who are interested in products, right? Like I am passionate about building products, but I know for a lot of them it's just about trading, making money and stuff and all those things. But I don't want to bring a founder and there's only like 20 people turning up, right? Like it won't look good. I want like a solid turn up. So I think for every bi-weekly AMA, I'll probably bring like the founders for like at least a 10-minute session, so that they can just give you guys a quick rundown on what's happening and stuff. We launch RDAC 10% of, yes, yeah, minimum 10%, and then like certain other, let's see how good our products are for the space. I think as I said again, the best help we can get is for you guys to use our native products, right? Like if you're using, like if a product is shit, at least tell us that, right? At least tell us that it's shit, right? You use FlashX, you think it's shit, it's okay, right? We want to know it's shit and why is it shit, right? Like if it is shit, and we can then rectify it. If you're using another app or a bot, turn it into FlashX. It's a win-win for everybody, right? If FlashX is amazing or equivalent or better, everyone's going to win, right? You're going to win. FlashX team and us are going to win, and it's going to be coming back to the community and the society as such, right? Like what kind of a cult that we are, what we are forming or preparing, right? So the least that you guys can do is you don't need to go and use an app just for the sake of it. If you use the app and you think it's good, it can replace your existing apps or dApps that you guys are using. Please do it, right? That's the best help that we can have. Like if 1,000 people are going to use FlashX, for example, and that's not hard, it's insane for us. How important is 10x, Jirasan? I think it's definitely, I think, as I promised, for the role holders and like pre launch as well, they're going to have their own benefits, of course, and because like we wanted to reward the Genesis guys earlier, so X2 for people that had the Genesis before, but also some bonuses for people that have 10 even after the merge. So yeah. As top 20 holder and Jirasan get 90%. No, it's 99.99. So top 20 holders are going to get 99.99. They have to sign a deal that they become our slaves for life, and 24/7 chill and use our products and work for us forever. So that's the only catch for the top 20 holders. Anyways, guys, so Casey, are you here? So Casey is gonna start some live sessions. So it's Casey has made like 300K a month for the last
Woo.
like 4 months.
I'm here
by
to
trading.
do a live show for everybody.
He's gonna do a
Live.
live trade with everybody. Almost, he's gonna spend 24/7 on Discord. He's gonna use FlashX and he's gonna trade 24/7. And he's gonna show you guys how to make 300K a month. Right?
As long as
Together.
that guy just continues to snore.
No. What Casey does, what he's gonna do is he's gonna have his wife sit on another PC. He's gonna buy a coin A. His wife's also sit on the other PC. And once 1,000 of you buy or 500 of you buy, his wife's gonna dump it from the alt account.
Shush.
And
Shush.
and
Shush. Shush. I love how definitely DJ is like subliminally dropping all his cash tags in the chat.
dude, Casey held 10% of the Casey supply and made like $1 million.
I mean, it would have. It's at the bottom right now. You know what I did have a lot of? Fucking peanut.
I know. Casey had, I think if he hadn't sold his peanut, that was worth $3 million. Right? I think
5.2 million.
5.2 mil. So, and how much should you make from the trade?
We don't need to go there, Sean. We don't. It's like, it's okay. Like my moon bag, which I didn't use as a moon bag, was more than what I ended up selling everything for. But like, I sold that for cheap also.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah,
Yeah.
follow my trades.
Yeah, I think Relic also can join us on the trading sessions. He's been picking coins super early. I heard on the chat like Mudeng and peanuts and stuff. So
But I think
keep smoking.
that this whole exercise of actually using the products is really cool for a couple reasons. One, it gets us to like kind of hang out as a group and like we grow together and we kind of learn how to play with these products more, and like it just brings the team closer. And then we also learn more, and when people are asking questions about it, we can talk about it with as an educated group. And then second, like when we do the Twitter Spaces, I think when we did Swiper the other day, a whole bunch of brand new people that probably weren't in Jira signed up, right?
Yeah, there was close to 70 or 80 people that participated in Swiper just from one session from Ribble Hand's account, and he didn't have a major following as well. Like Miguel didn't even have a major following and stuff as such, right? But for him to anyways, like for him to have had, how do I say, like like bring in, like it brought in so many users. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, so like what it shows is people are interested in video, people are interested in the product. So imagine if we go live and like let's say a group of us go live, like Jira holders go live on Twitter, and then we're all like kind of together, and like we're like we're buying stuff together and we're showing people. And so like when people watch these videos, one, they look at it and go, okay, that's a fucking cool product, I love it. But then when they see people like us as Jira holders or Saints or whatever, or Lizards or Creeps, whatever, they're gonna go like, oh, these guys are cool. Let's look into them a little bit more. So like there's a lot of things that are happening during a live stream, a video live stream. And then yeah, I'm gonna flash my boobs. Like that's probably what's gonna bring everyone in. Yeah, that's the name of the show. Boobs and products. Products and boobs. Perfect.
You're gonna have attention of DJ, lot more. Anyways, guys, I think again, like I think Casey is gonna be the guy who's gonna attract legions for us. me, my focus is still going to be on products, and I'm a big believer. We need not one hyperliquid. We need like two hyperliquids, right? Like in our portfolio. That's the aim for us. And I know I'm so glad hyperliquid happened. A lot to learn from Jeff as well, and a lot to learn from how the whole thing was created. So while I focus on that, I think there's going to be the community aspect with Casey and stuff. So I think that's where you guys can really, anyways, like we can have some community time together. I'll be jumping in as well and stuff like that. So yeah, be pretty solid.
The community that flashes together sticks together. Like, see, these are perfect. Like, these are really good taglines that we need to come up. And imagine if people are watching us come up with these taglines. There may be a couple real dorks that want to join and be like, hey, I joined because the community that flash together stick together, and that's been his model his whole life. Maybe he's looking for someone to flash with, and like now finally this silent flasher, this lonely flasher, has found a group to flash with. That's who we are.
Yep.
Amresh is probably like really upset with this conversation. He's like, oh, no,
I
no, no,
know.
no.
I know. And I think in Jirasan, this is the first time we're having any kind of talks like this ever on a VC, and I'm like looking at, are we turning into a D god?
Yeah, DKC. Oh man, I'll just keep my mouth shut on the D gods. But anyways, like that's one of the reasons. Like I also want to do. Like we want to get that brotherhood, right? We want to be able to be able to laugh and have a good time. Obviously, with kick-ass fucking products. Like imagine people are like, wait, so these guys have like 10 products that are earning money, and then their community is such a fun group of people. So like, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you need a person who can do that. Like I'm really bad at it. All right.
There it is.
So guys,
Slash. Okay, sorry.
before you guys go, right? Please, let's do one thing. Please, this is a request. Let's see if it makes a difference. Let's see if it makes a difference. Tag Jirasan and FlashX. Just smash the posts. Let's just try. Like, let's just maybe try. Maybe just this thing, and whatever you understood from the demonstration. Let's try to just get a tweet train going on. 60, 70, 80 people, whatever, right? I think it can flood the shit out of on the space. I'm sure each of you have your own following and audience that's going to come across. This is just a small trial, right? And if it works, I think every AMA we can have a target, like raid or push or whatnot. Each time, people that are wondering from the outside, they're like, "What's happening? Why? What is this? What's this coming out from these guys?" I think it can be solid, right? Like just once, can if you guys can do that for whoever is not sleeping, of course, who is awake. Um, could you guys please do that? Like I think next time it's not going to be a please. I think Casey is just going to change your NFTs metadata, make it worthless.
I'm
Anyways,
changing. I'm changing all the cosmics, all the mechas. I'm just flipping them. I'm gonna make them all.
give me a copy pasta to tweet. Okay, let's make it easy for people, right? Like if you're gonna tell people to tweet, they don't do it. Casey, can you craft something for everyone to just copy paste and just maybe we can post the same shit. Who knows, right? Maybe it'll be fun. That's what brought a lot of people into Jirasan, right? Like the paint red kind of a thing. So maybe let's just do a copy paste tweet, all of us. If whoever does, who's keen to support or just tweet, like we do a copy paste before we end this AMA, targeting FlashX, especially that's coming in. Could you craft something, Casey? I think you're better at this than me for sure.
I'll try it, but like, if anyone has great ideas, drop them in the comments right now. Are we gonna do the pinned post or the see you on December 3rd?
No. I'm talking about like us just tweeting, not
Okay, gotcha.
retweeting and stuff. Just tweeting, tagging Jirasan AMA and um, you know and tagging FlashX. That like something.
Something. Flash X.
Trying to onboard people, not gang board. I'm sure Loki's here, but I'm sure he's sleeping. He's probably in like 5 different AMA spaces altogether. I mean, I don't see any response. Jirasan gonna flash the town red before we flash the town red. That's I don't know. Earning reputation, flashing for the nation. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think the community that flash X together sticks together, and instead of flash X, I like that. I think that's good.
What is that?
The community that flash X together sticks together. Hey, let me craft something, right? Make it easy for people. Like so, the community that flash X. Okay,
Prints together.
yeah, prints together. Prints together. Okay, I think this is good. Nat, I think Nat. I think we need to bring Nat as a chief vibes officer as well. Okay, wait, let me. Right. Okay, let's get the going if possible with your. Okay, I'm just gonna tag everyone here, and just just post this, and with your Jirasan preferably. Let's try now. Let's see if it works, right? Whatever, let's see if it actually brings some attention or whatnot. I know there's a bunch of small accounts. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. I think Twitter algo, I think, probably kicks in. So they're just smallest things can make big difference. If you guys can do it,
I
that'll
think
be great.
that when FlashX is like fully live, maybe we should do something where we set a time, and that everybody either wake up and do it. So like all at once, maybe it hits at midnight. Boom, everyone, as many as possible. All the community start throwing out their reds.
Yeah, Casey, I appreciate it, but you're not realizing that people in Web3 have short attention span. If you're going to miss them now, you're going to miss them forever.
No, you
if you
got to
want to
put it
try,
as a Discord announcement of an announcement, and that before the announcement comes, you need to post. There's an entry fee for the announcement to the announcement.
okay. Mr. Lurker here, what's this VC for? Okay, I'm just gonna tweet anyways. Okay, let me also tweet. And all right, cool. Let's just go. Whatever. All right, amazing. Okay, cool. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot. I think we're gonna do, like more of the streaming sessions with products, actual buy sells together. If you guys have, I'm gonna post the link to FlashX now, right? So I'm gonna post the link to FlashX now, and can the access keys. Wait one second. Key. And I'm gonna just create a group as well. Okay, where? Wait, is G here by any chance? I think they're on another call. All of these guys, I guess. Yeah, I think Amrish and them in another call. I'll just create a group for Ashek, feedback. Just very quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna create it in. Oh shit, I can't create anything else. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna create it on the Lucky Jira group. Okay, let me just create a text group. Flash feedback. Okay. I don't have permissions to send message. Oh my god. The thing is so strict that I myself don't have. Hey guys, oh no, I don't think. Okay, I'll get the channel set up because I don't have the permissions, as I mentioned, just for safety reasons. It's with other this thing. So, uh, note your feedbacks. Okay, let me just post the link and I'll make an announcement. And with all the access codes and stuff. And I'll just create a group so you guys can. I think Daniel is here. D3 Young is Daniel. He's the BD of FlashX. So say hi to Daniel. So Daniel's here. So this is Daniel. Um, nice. I think the train's going pretty solid, man. Thanks for the support, guys. Let's see. Let's see how it looks like. Anyway, so yeah, I'll post the link, to the Chrome store, and I'll also create a channel for you guys to think. DJ, I want you to test it, man. Like you are the most critical guy of everything I've seen. I want you to really, really break down the app, and if it's shit, you're gonna tag Daniel, spam him, till it's like the best app out there, right? So we are here. We want the real, like real raw feedback. No, it's not a kids game, right? We are playing a big game, so we have to, before we go to the public, before abstract users are going to come and use FlashX, we want everything perfect, right? Like, so please do use, if in case of any problems, so this is one thing we can guarantee, right? If there's any problems that comes with the app that you guys are facing, maybe lose some money or whatever, because of some fault in the app, we can personally guarantee that we'll handle it, right? Don't go high volume when you're testing, right? Just do like one sol, two sol, five sol kind of a thing for starters. So if any problems, I can personally vouch. We'll ensure that nothing. I mean, we have tested heavily. It's been internally audited. External audits also is going on. So just test it with small amounts. And if something happens, 5 sol is high for me. Okay, 1 sol. Oh yeah, sol's high now, guys. I can't get over the $8 a sol. Come on, it's not going out of my head. Sol's 250. It takes me a while to realize that 5 sol is actually um, sorry. Yeah, 5 sol is actually $1,000+. It's not hit up on me anyways. How do we get into the FlashX Alpha? So we are going to give the link here for all the holders, just in the Discord. Please do not share outside. There's going to be a bunch of access codes just for people in Jirasan, right? So just don't share it outside, and just test it. And we're going to create a channel. So please do utilize it there. Please take it seriously, guys. Just test it for us. Like, I've told many places, but we need it. We really need you guys. We really, really need your support, right? Like, we really, really need your support. That's all I can say. Like, or help us to help you all in the best way, especially if we can, with swiper pumping and with FlashX also getting a huge user base, it's going to look very good with our token launch, right? That's pretty much what I want to say, right? So yeah, I want to see some great feedbacks and flex. Yes. Is anyone actually talking? I have no sound. Damn. Yes. Oh my god, I think someone's maybe Mike's probably this thing. How that work with long? What do you mean, Johnny? Johnny, how that work with long? What do you mean? So basically, you can just long and short in the app itself. Like, let me show you, right? Like, Daniel, do you want to come in? Do you have do you have some USDC on your app that you want to just come in, like maybe show, just do a live trade and stuff? Like, just maybe you want to live long it and live buy and stuff. If you can hear me. Yes, Rampex is this month as well. Yes. I'm not sure if Daniel, I think you can hear me. That's okay. So I'll just share my screen. I don't have USDC deposited. Once again, I'll just show for people who came late. Can you guys see my screen? Right? If you guys can see, what FlashX will be mostly for memes. No. FlashX is going to be a institutional and retail based platform for a bunch of reasons. So let me show you very quickly. You can go to perps and you can just set perps. Excuse my internet in India. Anyways, so you can do perps right here. You can do like Daniel showed you a curve thing, so you can just open up a curve this thing by just setting up like $100. What it does is if you're following people like Rookie or whomever, right? Like or I don't know, like um, let me just type some guys with who has used this sticker, right? Let's say you're following this guy, okay? I don't know who he is, but let's say you're following this guy or following someone, or following mainly, I think like a bunch of these things, right? So let's say you're following like guys who are posting about BTC setups and trades because a lot of them are doing BTC. It's close this once again. I'll show you how this works. You click long, it opens up, right? You click short, like you close this, you click short, opens up as well. So basically, as and when you see some trade setups by some people, you don't need to copy, you don't need to go elsewhere. You can just trade here. It's powered by Orderly, so no issues for liquidity and stuff. All coins being shilled on Twitter, Xscreener, multiple apps. One single app for everything, right? Even for Telegram, we have turned it off for now, but you can you in the near future you're going to have it for Telegram. Near as in like even now it's available. We have just turned it off. Just try with Twitter first, make sure everything is fine. Daniel, I think he's trying to share. Let me close my stream. Okay, Daniel, I think you can share now. How it works? Do you have money on exchange? No, it is actually using on-chain liquidity, just like Hyperliquid. It's using on-chain liquidity, and you literally deposit. It's like your own wallet. You have your own wallet. You load up with 1,000 USD or 100 USD or whatever. You can trade. You can pub, and you can also use some calls. You can have some KOL caller checks and whatnot. So I think Daniel is streaming. Can you guys see him? I think Daniel, are you trying to speak? Because I can't hear. So everything is going to be US. Oh, mic's not working. Let me see. Okay, I'll be your voice. I'll be your voice, Daniel. Don't worry. All right. So I'm going to be Daniel's voice. So as you can see, he's got Nia. So he's just using a perp for Neil. Near there's a technical analysis part there. You can click and it shows, the RSI indicator, CSI, and whatnot. So gives you a little bit of summary, based on like usual things what analysts use, and then you can key in how much you want to put in, like 10 USD, for example, and his balance is 309. You can set up how much you want to leverage. Daniel's being a degen, he's going up to okay, he's not being a degen. He's being a decent. Okay, now he's a degen. Okay, 50x leverage, right? So he's doing a 50x leverage, max leverage done. All right, so $10, buy long, execute it. That's it, done. Instant execution. He's got his position on. Let's go see what it is. And Daniel's a good trader, man. Like, damn. That's it. Like, Daniel has a similar voice as Shan. Like, Shan's Daniel. Anyways, so you guys, it's instant. Instantly, it started the perps, and yeah, and he's killing it. Like I think his positions are pretty solid. He's got his wallet, shows all the balances. He's got his portfolio there, with whatever coins he's got. Oops. I mean, your portfolio is actually solid. Like I think we need Daniel to be our this thing. So aid 593%, whatever. So he's got his EVM wallet and Solana wallet. So I think, guys, this can be revolutionary if done in the right way. So now you understand FlashX finally. Yes, it's a one platform for all your trading needs, right from KOL checks, and also there's going to be a bunch of KOL checks. You can follow certain KOLs. There's going to be copy trade, and all in one, right? Like on chain stuff, and on chain buy sells, and on chain perps and stuff too, right? So that's the aim. Instant executions. There is also a custodial wallet option. There's also a non-custodial wallet option as well in FlashX. So just for those who want to keep custody of the wallet, there's an option. I thought it's just for memes to copying, not for all the tokens. It's for all the tokens. You can literally buy any token you want, and you can trade, you can perp. There's more features. We have locked it, one by one. So we have there's more features that's going to be making the trading journey like pretty solid. So I'm, especially with the hyperliquid hype that's going on with all the perps and stuff. Hopefully, we have a bunch of audience also coming. The day we see tweets like FlashX is the next hyperliquid, that's when we can rest in peace. FlashX own token, yes, absolutely. And so far, FlashX has been built without any VC funding, right? So far, no VC funding. It's entirely bootstrapped and built. And so yeah. Question from Vinimok: what's FlashX connected to? Sex Dex? Is it like a Dex? It's a Dex. It's a Dex. Who hosts the trades? It's going through Jito. It's going through Jupiter for Solana. You can set up your Jito. I'll try and get some money out of Bullets. Please do try. And someone send me a swiper referral link. Man, I'm offended. DJ, I thought you would have already used Swiper ages ago, man. I'm really offended. I'm just kidding. Thanks for trying though. So yeah, I mean, so this basically, if you guys can, what networks all? So currently it supports 19 networks. ETH, BNB, Last, Solana, Tons coming soon. Abstract's also coming as soon as Abstract launches. So you don't. I think I'm going to demonstrate once again. Please, all those who are sleeping, wake up. Right, wake up, wake up, wake up. Please watch it once. Uh, so this app basically. Okay, so once again, I'm just showing very quickly. This app. This is the best one that I can show you as a demo. This app allows you to this sol, it recognizes sol. It allows you to long and short from here. It allows you to get your chart from here. Wrap sols, surpass our limits, whatever. So you can select when there's a ticker. Then there's a long shot. So you click long from here. It automatically opens the long. Does it make sense? You can short as well from here. Now coming to other coins. Any coin that has this, it automatically brings up buy sell here. It shows who all have mentioned about the coin. Becker's mentioned about the coin. Okay. Whatever. Who has mentioned about the coin comes up here. You can also can you guys see my screen? Or is there okay. So yeah. So you can buy from here. You can set up like 0.01 ETH. So it recognized it's an ETH, right? So it's an ETH. So it recognized it's an ETH. It recognizes it's also an ETH. So it allows you to buy how much ever you want. There's also an instant buy option. You can put the wallet up and click instant. It just buys instantly so that it's fast and for quick purchases. Look how quickly it has recognized all these things. You can also see all these. We need to change the color of the UI for this one. So buy tax, bills, it gives you all the contract security and whatnot, like whether it's 17 on 17 or 16 or whatever. It recognizes Solana token. It recognizes BNB token. So if you see CAT, for example, if you see CAT token, Simon's CAT, and you click buy, it recognizes BNB. You click it, you can just DCA and you can buy it directly from here. Right? Chart comes up here, you can buy it with BNB right here. And does it make sense? Any go to Dex. Oh shit, yeah, I didn't show Dextrina. Actually, it's actually I don't want to say like okay, I don't want to oversell it, but it's faster than once again. Oh yeah, all right, cool. So let me click a coin on Dextrina, right? Let me click a coin on Dextrina. Just see, okay, it's straight to our prison. Okay, I'm clicking this. Just see how quickly it loads up here, right? I'm clicking another coin. Dug, loaded here. Okay, loaded here. You can buy from here. You can be dug from here. Anything base. You want to go for base, okay? And you click a coin, buys from here. You can buy ski cat from here. Does it make sense? Like it's instant. You click Tommy, it comes here before the chart loads. Tommy is here. My internet is slow, but you can see before this loads up here. Does it make sense? Wait, let me mute these guys. Server mute. All right, perfect. So, guys, any questions on FlashX? So, this is FlashX for DCAing. You can also use a DCA model by every few minutes, by every this thing intervals and whatnot. You can set it for like buy every 7 days. You want to buy something for 7 days, like hype token, for example. People want a DCA duration and whatnot, min max price. Sell mode is the same. You can slowly DCA your way out. There's also a limit order sell mode. Most important part is we have also separated the Gito bundle fees, so you can select. Oops, I think that's not here yet. Okay, that was there in the previous version. Anyways, so no, I have to be in solve for that. Just 1 second. Where's the choose funds from alt? Wait, let me just see where's the buy settings, buy presets. So look at this. When you see the buy presets, you can set the buy presets. All right, for all chains separately and individually. Optimism, ETH, Sol, whatnot. You can set your priorities all at once. And you can put your preset fees here. So for Solana separately, BNB separately, whatnot. Once you set it and you save changes, for example, I'm going to do this. I'm going to save changes. It saves. That's it, pretty much for that particular chain. When I go to Sol, for instance, it gives me the option to select my Gito bundle fees. This is for pro traders as well. You want to turn the Gito bundle on. Gito bundle speeds up transactions and protects against MEV. Higher tips to Gito, so you can separate it. Unlike many other bots, yeah. Um, Rolex is coming in line, FlashX GUI. So the pump vision and everything is also going to be there on FlashX. All right, so that's also going to be there. That much I can promise you. So it's going to be. Can we add Starknet? Yes, of course. Like adding is not hard, but yeah, there's going to be pump vision. There's going to be notifications. There's going to be pump whatever pump kind of stuff, and all the pump tokens launched by Casey and all his rugs. Everything also will be, like yeah. I mean, FlashX is legit solid, but we need your support. We need you guys to test it hard. Everybody that's seen it so far, they wanted to invest and stuff. We haven't taken a single dollar, right? We haven't taken a single dollar from investment point. We are looking at how hype is doing, right? Like without taking any VC funds as well. We are considering, but yeah, let's see how things go. But it can be really, really. It could be a really good cook if you guys can help us. Just make sure we craft the product solid. Give us very valuable, solid feedback and stuff. Like there's a social sentiment, stuff as well. There is technical analysis here, as Daniel already shown. There's a bunch of things for normies as well, like what coin do I, let's see what it says actually. What coin do I long today? Financial advice by FlashX. Okay, let me say you pick time frame. Okay, maybe I don't want to push it. Okay, 4 hour or ETH. When do we get to use it? Like right now, I'm just going to tweet about it. That shit is degen to the busy KOLs tweeting like some shit without understanding technical analysis and whatnot. So current price 3945, volume, RSI strength, whatever, strong buy pressure. There are several bullish indicators, blah blah blah. It's worth being cautious. If you choose to long, keep an eye on the market conditions and set appropriate stop levels. Okay, let's ask it. What's your appropriate stop levels? I'm not gonna leave it till it gives me a clear financial advice. Okay. So what it says, it's giving me some numbers, right? It's not exactly financial advice, but it shows you numbers. Okay. A common method is to set a stop loss at a certain percentage, 3945. So you might consider a stop loss around 2 to 5% below this. Support levels, identify key support levels based on your recent price. You might set whatever. Okay, let me ask it one more thing. Support level, can you show me the support levels for ETH now? I'm gonna make this bot crash and cry, with in depth. Okay, look at this. Okay, guys, come on. Like, this is where I think we want to differ. Like, people who have no idea about TA or getting some clue, right? Instead of just going blindly, instead of, some guys blindly, this thing, right? Instead of just blindly going through this thing, right? It shows you those support levels based on ATR or immediate support level, recent low, different psychological support levels and stuff. So, using this, possibly one of the things that can be used is 3870 or something like that. So I think this is where I think it also teaches a little bit to people and makes their life a little easier. You can test these things out, right? You can test these things out and see how good its support levels are and where the bounce is, where it goes. And it's literally using data what traders normally use, right? And this thing. Okay. So can we apply what the bot recommends in one click? Oh, that's a good one actually. Okay. FlashX is ready. I'm gonna post it right away in like an hour or so in our Discord after I open up a channel where you guys can give us feedbacks. It's gonna be, don't share the link outside. It's only within the Discord for now, so you guys can test it right away. Okay. Can we apply what the bot recommends in one click? These are the feedbacks we need. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Imagine now you do this and then be like, set me like, if I can do this, right? Set me a trade for $100 ETH long or something, or it shows, do you want me to set a ETH long at that level with that support level? That'll be bonkers, actually, Daniel. I think that's a very solid thing that we can try to add as a part of our roadmap. Set me a trade for, I think it probably can't at this stage. Oh, shit, actually it does. It seems that there was an issue retrieving balance from the vault. Wow. Okay. So it actually works. Unfortunately, I cannot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I don't have I don't have any balance in the wallet, but if it actually works, that's insane. That will be crazy. Okay, that's a let's try that. Like, that's amazing. Actually, I myself didn't think about it. So imagine it's like an AI gives you a EA based on like different modes, and then it asks you which would you like to set up a long, a short. Oh yeah, that's true. At the end of the message, AI should say NFA BYOR 100%. Yeah, but this I didn't even realize. It can be really. I mean, like the amount of retail that have no idea what to do with long and short. If they actually, Casey, you know what? We have to do a series, man. We have to do a like a 7-day series on FlashX. We load it up with like $5,000. We are gonna do a leverage using FlashX and using just the AI numbers. We're gonna go live and we do trades based on that. And we're gonna come back every day and show it. And people, if they want to join us with $100, $50 or whatever, let them join. But let's just see what happens, especially in the bull market. Currently, I think now let's. Okay, I'm gonna set up like a 7-day live series where we just come step into the Discord or Twitter Spaces or whatever every day, and we're just gonna follow the AI advice and gonna see what happens. What happens with its technical analysis and stuff. And let's see. Can we have a list of PG people for blind leak CA? Yeah, I think. Okay. Wait one second. What's fine? Okay. Right. Do you guys get the data of what's been asked? Oh, yeah, we do get the data. Yes, we do get the data of what's being asked. Data is money, right? Data is money. Just don't give the Paddy AI a new name like Paddy. That's a good one. Oh no. By the way, guys, I've applied. I've actually set up a lawsuit with a person called Barik for the AI trades. What stacks this thing. So there's going to be a hearing. I heard next week. So those who put in money through Saints of LA or through the private syndicate thing, we'll keep you guys posted. So I hope those guys just get like fucked. Anyways, all right, guys, I think this is solid. Okay, I'm gonna tweet after I create a group for you guys to post your feedback. Right? Anything else? What AI model is FlashX using? I think Daniel's left. Oh no, Daniel's here. I don't know if he can answer that. Like, I'm not the dev, and Daniel is also not the dev for sure. But I mean, maybe he knows. Oh my god, my feed is filled with Jirasans. My feed is filled with posts. That's amazing. Thanks, guys. I think just one day, 1 a.m. and like this is crazy. It's just filled with Jirasan's. That's really nice to see. Work for your bags, little bit. Work a little bit for the bags, little bit. When is Fashx going full live? So I'm gonna post the link now in an hour, and you guys can straight up test. Do not share it publicly. December 17th, we're gonna share. You have a referral link. Yes, you have a referral link, but it won't be activated now. Okay, it'll be activated after December 17th, if I can say. So for now, treat it as an internal extended closed beta test or an alpha test just for Jirasan family, right? Appreciate you guys if you can keep it just within you. That'll be really solid, because we don't want any of these going out yet. So please do keep it within yourself. Appreciate it, Ron. Like, we try to do our best. We don't want to share referrals yet. The referrals won't be activated yet in your account when you log in. It'll activate after few days of testing, if that makes sense.